Hello, Rirai here.
I am Shin.
Dr. Ken here.
Today we will be talking about the 4th episode of Sword Art Online, called The Black Swordsman.
When did Guts show up?
When did Guts show up? Alright, we'll start with
I
our
was very
first
disappointed by the lack of
go
Dragon
ahead.
Slayer.
What was that?
So I was very disappointed by the lack of Dragon Slayer
The lack of dragons.
and gore.
Well, there was dragon slaying. That little dragon died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go, you had your dragon slaying.
Well. Yeah, but that's not Dragon Slayer. I demand my, 8-foot-long giant sword that's bigger across than most wrestlers. It's a video game, you can manage that.
He's not wrong. Alright, we'll start with our first point. I'll start us off. How do they get the little creatures that they call familiars? Wonder how they get those. You have any ideas there, Shooter?
I don't know if they're given an option or a special mission that they have to do to get one. But we only seen one so far. So
Was this like one of those,
the
you
level
have to get the
thing?
$300 pre-order special edition?
The $300
Packages?
special edition. Comes with your
You
pre-order bonus.
You get a statuette. You get a statuette, the signature, a copy of the signature, or in the form of a letter opener, and a little code you put in, and you get a little dragon thingy.
Darn those pre-order bonuses.
that could work. But only one person?
Well, how many people actually buy those? And then actually go to play the game, instead of just selling them online?
Alright, do you have any other points after ours?
Yeah. I think heels, right?
Yes.
So, follow me on this. Assuming this was not my crazy theory, why would you not have one?
Right?
Yeah.
And we did confirm
Hey,
back from
what?
episode 1, when we talked about that how we think it only heals her. It was proven to be true, because the girl needed healing crystals, because supposedly she had that, and it only healed her.
Yep.
I'm saying, you think in a game like that, where your life is on the line, everybody would want their own heal bot.
Mhm.
Right?
Definitely.
I mean,
I
it
also
didn't
got
heal
the
all
other
that
point here.
much, but a little bit counts for anything.
I do actually have another point related to it, though. And reviving it is insanely difficult for seemingly no real reason.
Wait, what was that?
And reviving this thing, insanely difficult for seemingly no real reason.
Right?
Right?
That's what I was saying. I was like, that was it. I thought you had to use the actual flower, but it was just a little
A little
water
drop.
drop. Or whatever it was. That was it. All that hassle to do that.
You thought there would be some type of alchemy skill involved?
No.
Nope.
Nothing.
Out of all the skills they have, that's the easy one.
Yep.
Our next point that we want to bring up is, well, I guess it's confirmed that there's item boosting in this game. You could be level 1 if somebody else goes out and gets stuff and brings it back to you and you equipped it, you could become suddenly a level 30.
That is both awesome and
So, you can have one guy who does all the work and then just gives it to everybody else.
yeah, like it would be you're
Oh.
basically doing nothing. You're just basically breezing by.
Yeah. He gave her all the stuff. It's like, oh,
Of
this
course,
is gonna
then you have
boost
the
you a
problem
couple
of
levels.
Of course, they do have the problem of no actual practical experience.
Who needs to play the game when you can have someone else play it and you just take the stuff?
Yeah. To me, that's boring.
Yeah, but then you try to get in the fights with the stuff, and you're like, okay, now how do I actually do any of the moves I got from all these levels?
Yeah.
'Cause you can't just hit a button.
Darn, my stats don't work. My stats are shit. So, what's your next
This
point,
isn't
sir?
related, but I do have one relatively minor one. Just, someone as short as Silica really should be using a polearm.
Right?
Like,
She uses a dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 12, she's got the short little arms, knife. I mean, it's not even really a complaint about the show, it's just, seems like it'd be a practical choice. Pokey stick.
Right?
The pokey stick.
With her height and everything, you think that spear would give her some type of advantage. No, she chooses a dagger, which she's already got short limbs. I
Yeah.
feel like it would make it harder.
Yep.
I mean, I can get the idea that she's supposed to be like a speedy little ninja character, it's just, it's probably like,
Alright.
Like, some of these people are still playing this the way they would normally play a video game, not counting the
Right?
fact that
Not
it's life and
thinking
death.
about your life or anything.
Nope. What does matter what looks cool?
Alright, our next point is we have to bring this up. With all the moments that came up with this, the lolly fetish in this is real.
Can you read that one a
Yep.
bit for me? Yeah, reverbed a bit.
I was saying, the thing in this, the lolly fetish in this episode was real.
Yeah, I actually have a specific line about that. Okay, 12-year-old in her underwear. Keep it classy, guys.
Right? And almost walks, like, invites him right in while she's in her underwear.
And bra.
Oh, wait, I have to point this out now, too. I noticed one thing that was kind of hilarious. Right before the fan service starts, they're having a conversation about cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
Yeah, just
We
a
said
random
that too.
cheesecake.
You want cheesecake? Both
You got
me
the-
and Shin were like, we don't want some cheesecake now.
I want cheesecake. Cheesecake is.
No, it wasn't the food. You know what cheesecake means, right? Fan service shot.
Honestly, I do not.
I see what you... Yeah, cheesecake's a nickname for a fan service shot. Some other first response was, wait, I see what you did there.
That's
Oh.
funny though that's a
Interesting.
name for that.
Yep. So there you go. There you go. You learned something new. They fit a pun in this episode somehow, without even having to say it out loud.
Alright, what's your next point, sir?
Oh, this was a little further back, but whoa. These guys wanted everybody wants Silica as a mascot.
Yeah?
Why? Why does everybody just want a 12-year-old following them around as a mascot?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
It's like
As I
it's just
said, the
arbitra-
lolly fetish.
Yeah, it's like it's just arbitrarily there, so Kirito, she has a reason to cling to Kirito for one scene.
Right?
Mhm.
Ugh.
And those guys' anger over him.
Just, ugh. We're gonna murder you because the tiny, barely pubescent girl is not clinging to us.
Yeah, exactly. They were so butthurt.
Alright.
It said something when I found the murder girl slightly less creepy.
Well, that brings up my next point. I will give them credit. I think the crime cursor thing is a really good thing to implement in the game because it shows you who not to team up with.
Yep.
Yeah. It also means you get a tag on there, so when we finally get into the game, the police can go through these records and be like, okay, who actually committed murder?
Right?
Yeah.
Just straight up murder.
You're basically doing a background check on everybody. Just look at your cursor. Nope, you killed someone, not joining you.
Alright, then we brought up the whole in our underwear situation. Well, right after that whole scene where they're sitting there and he brings up the Mirage Cube or whatever it's called, and this map comes up, look, another map that we can't read.
Yep. It was like a grid.
Yeah. Also,
These are-
also we can exposit to the one girl who seems to actually have a familiar. A mechanic about a quest involving a familiar. Leads to my question, why does everybody but her know that quest?
I would just go on that quest to get the item.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's my thing. Everybody but the one person that you think would know about all the familiar stuff knows about the quest.
Knew nothing of it.
Knew nothing. Nope.
And everyone else knew
The
about
girl
it.
that-
Even the girl who wanted to kill them to take it knew about it.
Yep.
But the girl who actually has the familiar, nothing.
Not a thing.
Nope.
So yeah, then they go out on this
Noobs.
quest. And this brings up two of our points in one area. Those monsters seemed very rapey.
The tentacles.
Yeah, definitely got a rapey vibe.
But I give her credit. She at least held
Yeah,
her
that
skirt
was
up.
kind of the point, I think.
She at least held her skirt up.
Yep.
I've seen enough hentai? Question mark.
Hey, that first monster, even though the tentacles were around her legs, I knew where that one tentacle was going. I saw it.
It was creeping.
I also have another weird thing too. She just changed her outfit for no reason.
What's that?
I mean, was that the one Kirito got? Huh.
Kirito what?
I think that just hit me. I changed that outfit. I didn't know why. I didn't have why in the notes. And talking to you guys made me suddenly realize. Oh, that was probably the one Kirito grabbed her.
Grabbed her?
Gave her. Whatever.
I missed
So
what
it's
you
just one of
said
those moments where I realized
completely.
something. Yeah. But, like, when I have in my notes her outfit change. Why? Then I remembered. Then talking with you guys, I remembered. Oh yeah, she got that stat boosting outfit,
Yep.
and it's just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh. Now I get it in
Yep,
hindsight.
That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those weird moments where it didn't hit me until I actually had to think about it in hindsight.
Yep.
Yeah, then, I think it's funny when he sits there and talks about his sister, aka his cousin,
And his abusive
and his
granddad.
grandfather, yeah. I just had to laugh that supposedly he stays away from her because it's not his sister. Oh, you're my cousin, I have to stay away from you. I'm
Yeah,
like,
what-
that makes no
It
sense.
doesn't.
We don't know that yet.
No, he says it. He says it's not really my sister, she's my cousin.
Yeah.
Huh.
And that's why he
I think I might have
stays away
zoned out
from
during
her.
that.
Yep.
I think I might have zoned out during that speech.
Yeah,
That was a weird.
because we were like, why does that keep you to stay away from somebody? All because they don't. All because they're not your sister. You're like, oh, gotta stay away from them.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
I think it also has as much to do with the whole, she thought she was mad at him because she had to do kendo to cover for him. Because again, granddad was a dick.
Dad was a dick.
Just an actual penis.
Then our next point on our list is, we think it's funny how at first you don't think about it and you're like, this guy wants these people to go to jail. Well, who knows when you're gonna get out of this game for them to go to jail? Then later on you find out there's a crystal to actually put them in a virtual jail.
Well, I mean, if you got a teleport cube, suppose a prison would be a good. Suppose that would be actually be a good idea. Hey, we found a player killer. Well, we don't want to murder them ourselves. Let me send them to prison. I know, teleport cubes.
It was just one of those things we're sitting there, we're like, this person's trying to make him go to jail. Well, you're not gonna find that out for a long time because of the you don't know how long you're gonna be in this game. And all of a sudden, Kirito pulls out this big cube and he's like, I'm gonna send you to the coordinates of the jail. And you're like, oh, I guess they got a jail.
Makes sense though.
Makes sense, but it was like not what you expected.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
You have any other points to bring up? We only have one more left ourselves.
I said, oh yeah, bring that fight. And here it is. The exact moment it becomes clear, Kirito will never be in much real danger.
Right.
See,
There's the part.
because it's not like it's not like he dances around and disarms them or anything. No, he just stands there and lets them wail on him.
Then all of the math.
Yep.
All of the
He
math.
did all the math to figure out how much damage he takes and then how much his health regenerates.
Yeah, that's a waste of a thing. Could have had a cool action scene there, but no, we had to waste our budget on the high-def lolly tentacling.
Yep.
What would we rather have? Cool
This is
badass
the first-
fight scenes or lolly porn?
That's
The first episode to actually do fan service, really, too.
pretty much
That's
the
true.
argument.
Like, there wasn't really any in the last 3 episodes, and then just suddenly, bam.
We definitely see a lot in this one.
What just happened?
With a little girl at that.
Yeah, like, why? Why a little girl?
Thanks, Japan.
It's Japan.
That's true.
That's all of our points. You got any more?
I just had one sarcastic remark about Silica calling him her big brother. Right, the blushing and panicking, and you didn't see anything. We're all about a big brother feeling.
Yeah. She calls him her brother, but yeah, she's so.
As we said
I mean,
before.
granted, the guys who want the lolicon fan service are into the calling of big brother, but
Mm-hmm.
Japan.
because I fear those people, for very good reasons.
So is that all of our points, people?
Yeah.
How many fucking murderers are in this game?
A lot.
Many? Wow, yeah, that's.
Stay tuned for the next episode.
Where I ask the same question again, but louder and angrier.
Alright, I guess that will be the end of our cast this time. So, we'll see you later.
Bye.